Have you ever said yes to intimacy when it really was a no? Or have you maybe said yes to a certain vacation that your partner suggested, but really wanted to go to a different place, only to not rock the boat? You know, in toxic relationships, conflict is not safe. In toxic relationships, we can't agree to disagree. Disagreement, conflict, feels very unsafe, very dangerous. It can be a deal breaker. It can escalate in a second. It can not stop like for hours. It can go into violence, into emotional violence, into screaming, into threatening of leaving. It can go into all different kinds of places. That actually is a sign for a toxic relationship. So what happens when conflict is not safe is that we live other focused. Our focus constantly is on the other person, to read that person's mind, to read that person's energy level, to read that person's mood. And again, first healing step always is awareness. Is awareness. Wow, that's happening. Holy cow, that's how I'm living, like every single day of my life. And maybe even that's how I grew up. I had an unsafe parent and I had to read that parent's mood, maybe. So we are really tiptoeing. We are really trying to smoothen things out in an attempt for things to not escalate. So what happens when we live other focused, there's no one here. As Byron Katie says, there's no one here living that life. And I can actually recommend Byron Katie's work. If you haven't heard of her, just check it out, The Work by Byron Katie. She's very famous and she does an excellent job in inviting people to coming back to themselves. So once we realize, first healing step, always awareness. And awareness, let me say that today very explicitly, awareness with no judgment. You're not dumb, you're not stupid. This is what happens. This is an attempt of our nervous system to feel safe, and to stay as safe as possible is to read other people's energy. And it has more or less worked up until now. And maybe now you can come up with different strategies. And this is what all these shorts are about. First healing step, awareness. Second healing step, coming back to myself and noticing what's happening in me when I constantly live other focused. So I'm Julia from Trauma in a Nutshell. I come to you from Spain. I'm here regularly for educational short content, and I'll be live on this channel with my producer every once in a while. I invite you to subscribe to this channel, comment with a question. I'm happy to ask your questions. Hop over to my website, sign up for the freebie, and I'm so happy to see you again.